Hey girl, hey. How are you ladies doing? Welcome to my channel. If you are new, hi baby, I am Fancy. It is so nice to have you. If you are returning, welcome back. Now this is going to be a quick little girl chat. The topic is going to be, are your expectations realistic? And I say that because I speak to so many of you girls on a day-to-day basis. And, it gets down to, are you putting in the necessary work to achieve your goals? So I'm going to go through a few questions with you. I'm going to, answer it the way it should be answered, and I want you to compare it to the answer that you honestly, truthfully have for yourself. I want to help you girls figure out why you are not achieving the goals that you are setting for yourself. And why are you girls not seeing a different result? And it all comes down to you making different decisions and making different choices and doing something different. When you continue to do the same thing over and over again, you get the same result. So let's get to the question number one. What are your goals? And I mean, are you looking for something long term? Are you looking to get married eventually? Are you looking to marry an affluent husband? Because at the end of the day, he has to be a husband before you get married to him, because we're not here to teach him or make him into a husband. So are you looking to marry an affluent husband? Or are you looking for something short term and casual to supplement your income? Maybe you just got out of a situation, or a terrible breakup or a bad relationship. Maybe you're still working on your mental and you just don't foresee marriage, in your near future. And that's okay. But you need to have this answer written down. What are you looking for? On this journey? Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to gain weight? Are you looking to build a roster? Are you looking for marriage? What are you looking for? Question number two. Once you've identified what you're looking for, are your goals realistic for you? And I mean, everyone is different. We can't want something that someone else wants just because they have it. It's not enough to want it because it looks good or because the grass appears to be greener on the other side. What fuel are you going to use to drive you? Do you have a passion for it? Or have you just hit rock bottom? Are you fed up? Do you have experiences of you hitting your head over and over again, and you're just tired of it, and you know you deserve something better, you want something better, and you refuse to settle for anything less? So are your goals realistic for you, and how bad do you want them? Question number three. What are the steps that you've taken thus far to achieve these goals? Now, I say that because I've noticed multiple women. It's not one, it's not two, it's not a handful. It's multiple women who have read many books. I have multiple women who have listened to and seeked counsel from multiple influencers. I have multiple women who have joined groups and just listen to video after video after video, but they have yet to take the steps necessary to achieve their goals. I don't care who you listen to. I don't care if they're telling you step by step what they've done for them to achieve that lifestyle. It's not guaranteed that what they did is going to work for you. In addition to that, until you actually put that knowledge into action, there is no way that you can get closer to your goal. Imagine having a car, okay? The gas tank is on empty. You need to get to work. Because you have the vehicle, because you have the resource, because you are able to get to work, you cannot get to work no matter how many videos you watch as to how to get to work, getting to work, getting to that bag, until you take the steps necessary. Step one, you need to get into your vehicle. In addition to that, you need to be headed to the gas station that you're going to be stopping at to fill your gas tank up. And then once you fill your gas tank up, you need to have in your GPS directions to your job. And then from there, it's turn by turn direction. Now, if I say, oh, it's a straight shot, I don't even have to take the tolls, or oh, it's a straight shot, I don't have to take the highway, or oh, it's a straight shot. Just because I don't have to do these things to get to my place of employment doesn't mean that you won't have those obstacles. You may have to get on the highway. There might not be a way around tolls. You may not have luxury of being able to take service roads. But because you are so focused on being just like someone else and trying to figure out exactly what they did because this is how they did it and it worked for them, that can be a huge hindrance in you getting to your destination, your goal, the place of employment within this example. So be sure to actually write down the steps necessary to obtain your goals. And even if it's small steps, getting to a larger step in turn by turn directions, it is very, very important. If you are not online, if you're not on dating apps, if you don't have some kind of bio, if you don't have some kind of picture up, if you're not going on some type of date, if you're not going out to freestyle a certain number of days a week, how do you expect to run into your future husband? How do you expect to add to your roster? How do you expect to come across someone that's going to take on all your bills? How do you expect for you to sit here and get out of the routine of spending your own money on things that you need versus having someone else do it for you? So I come across so many women that say, Fancy, I haven't been on a date in months. I haven't been on a date in years. I haven't been on a date. I just haven't been on a date. But you want someone to take you on vacation. You want someone to take you shopping. You want somebody to, invest into your business. You want somebody to purchase you a vehicle. You want somebody to pay for surgery. You want someone to take on your financial responsibilities. How can you expect this to occur if you're not putting yourself in a position, like I mentioned, in my story of the New York City girls trip, little mama, for the first time ever, she stated, Fancy, a guy approached me at a bar. And literally I think it was like the first night of the girls trip. I have, yet to have an opportunity to, talk to her, to be able to pour into her, to be able to help her figure out anything. The point of the matter is she put herself in a position. So many of you girls are waiting for someone else to hold your hand, and that's going to be your downfall. You can't trust everybody, and you can't wait on anybody to help you get to your happily ever after, to help you mark off your goals. In addition to that, we all don't have professional pictures. We all don't have state-of-the-art bio, about me section, what I'm looking for. And you may not have the finances right now because you are paying all of your bills. You might not have the extra money to splurge when it comes to, getting me to do a profile evaluation for you. But at the end of the day, if you are watching my videos, or if you are joined in any of my groups, if you're in our Patreon, if there's anything that you can take from it, you can kind of piece together, a profile that's reasonable. And once you hit that date where that man invests into you, you're able to sit here and use that investment and pour back into yourself versus splurging on something that can't help you get to the next level. A man is never going to look at a woman and say, oh, wow, that's a Chanel bag. A guy is never going to say, oh, wow, she's perfect in every single way physically, but I can't approach her because she's not wearing red bottoms. Anytime it comes to designer, anytime that it comes to anything flashy or, extravagant or luxurious or anything like that, men don't really care about that. If you look good rocking Fashion Nova, if you look good rocking Shein, if you look good, wearing whatever you're wearing, regardless of where it's from, a real man is not going to say, oh, okay, well, that's not name brand, that's not designer, I just can't. If you are what that man is looking for and everything else is to the T, then by all means, it's nothing for him to say, you know what, let me splurge on her a little bit. I like my women to wear this. I like my woman to wear this. So let me go take her shopping, or let me give her money so she can sit here and splurge on herself a little bit because she deserves it. Or because why wouldn't I do this for someone I'm interested in? The next thing I want you to ask yourself, and it ties into what we were just talking about, how much have you invested into yourself? And I say that because no one is going to understand their worth until they've worked so hard, blood, sweat, and tears, and they've done it for themselves. Until you sit here and purchase a brand new car straight off the lot and you get it detailed professionally, on a consistent schedule, until you sit here and, only eat at the finest places, until make sure that you get monthly massages, facials, you work out often, you take care of everything, you're not going to, understand the price that you need to put on these guys. You ask me, Fancy, how much should I ask for an allowance? How much should I ask for a meat fee? Baby, you should know this question based off of your beauty maintenance. You should know the answer to that from simply your lifestyle. How much is your car note? How much is your car insurance? How much is gas now that we're in Texas and it's $4 minimum for regular unleaded? How much is your rent? How much is, your hair upkeep, your nail upkeep? How much is, your makeup monthly? How much are, your clothes? Like some of, you ladies, or some of us ladies, we like to, buy within our budget, a certain amount of new clothes monthly. Whatever, everybody's different. It's not necessary, but just depending on where you are and what it takes to have you looking like $1,000,000, that's going to dictate how much money, you are going to even want to start asking from that guy. Asking for $1,000 allowance, that can't do anything for anybody. Like, what are you talking about? But when you make the investments into yourself, when you see how it hits your bank account, not that it hurts you, but when you see how it hits your bank account and then someone tries to get access to that and they want it for the low, you're going to say immediately no. Immediately no. Stop. Are you serious? This is not going to work. So sorry about it. Have you been able to afford your lifestyle consistently? And I say this because you should not be dating if your bills are not paid. You should not be dating if you are not living comfortably. You should not be dating if you don't have all your living expenses taken care of, as far as you being able to do it on your own. And I say that because it is very important to not depend on a man. It's very important not to be in a desperate situation where if his allowance or his income or his money stops, that you're in a position where you have to accept whatever treatment he gives you. You have to come crawling to him and be exposed to any kind of danger, and you are in a dire need of jumping to another person, which might be a bad decision, but you are so desperate that the vetting and the red flags and all that means nothing, because you need to maintain your lifestyle. So if you're not able to afford your rent and all your other bills that comes with it, including beauty, you need to figure out financially what you need to do different. Regardless if it's get a second job for 6 months to a year, regardless if change your career path just because it's just not working for you, regardless of the fact during this time you can work on your mental health. We should all be, speaking to a counselor. We all should be, kind of getting to and enjoying the singleness and figuring out what we desire, what we need emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, in every single way. Just because once you get into a situation, if it does escalate, that's not the time to find yourself. That's not the time to lose yourself. That is the time to already know what you need, what you want, and what's going to make you happy. So there's no straying from the goal. It's a straight line. We don't have pit stops. Next question. Are you where you feel like you should be physically? And I say this regardless if you're very petite and you want to gain weight in a healthy way and be thicker. This doesn't matter if, you are, a curvier girl and you're trying to lose weight. It doesn't matter if, you wear your hair natural or not and you're trying to figure out a hairstyle that works for you. Regardless if it's, you're trying to find a makeup routine or you're trying to find a wardrobe. Regardless of the fact, appearance-wise, are you where you feel like you should be appearance-wise? And I say that because when you aren't at your best or you're not working to becoming the best version of yourself, you're not going to be comfortable. Deep down, you're going to have insecurities, and that's going to radiate off of you. You want positivity and confidence to radiate from you. We're not here to, be delusional. We know what we need to work on. We how to get to our best self, our healthiest self, our happiest self. And it's important to take the steps necessary to get to it. Now, I'm not saying that if you're not exactly where you need to be, you don't need to be out in the dating field. If the other, steps, you're good to go in that. Be sure to, come out with a schedule, a plan as to how to get to, your best you, the best version of you. And at the end of the day, just because you need to lose weight, or you want to lose weight, or you want to gain weight, doesn't mean that you need to wait until you officially accomplish that, through and through, before you get to the next step and be able to attract someone. Just make the steps necessary to be, a work in progress, and actually be, striving to, reach that goal. And in the meantime, who's to say that you don't come across a guy that loves the skin that you're in, loves the way that you are, and accepts you like that. But still, again, we're not doing it to attract him. We're doing it for us to have a healthier lifestyle, for us to be happier, for us to feel more confident. So, always strive and work towards becoming the best version of you, not trying to mimic or look like someone else, or be like someone else, or do what someone else does. But imagine, if you were able to change certain things about you, like that, what would they be? And work on that. Or if it's not something that you're able to change, you have to love yourself. You have to have that self-love. You have to accept you for you, and you have to understand that nobody can do it like you. So when it comes to your healthiest, work on getting to that point. When it comes to your dream body or whatever, if you need to get in the gym, if you need to do whatever, do what you need to. And who's to say that, he doesn't help you along the way, regardless if that's purchasing surgery for you, or, paying for your trainer, or whatever the case is. Don't do yourself a justice, a disservice, by trying to wait until you get to that ideal, image of yourself, and miss out on, someone financially supplying that for you. So, definitely ask yourself that. How many websites are you currently on? Now, it's still a debate, the girls who are online girls versus the girls who are freestylers. At the end of the day, if you are leaving one of those on the table, you're missing out on money. There are men, because of the pandemic, who don't, waste their time eating out alone, if they don't have anybody to accompany them. Or there are men out there who, are traveling for business, and I don't care how introverted